What are we doing?
All right, so we're doing an AMSAP, which instead of the usual AMRAP reps as possible, AMSAP is as many sets as possible. And I like to use 8 reps as my standard. So you do as many sets as you can of 8 reps. And usually you can get to about like 10, and that's where you give out. So
and then what do we say? They're like a nice guy AMSAP?
Yeah, nice guy AMSAP.
So what's going on, Steve? Why are we running?
1 second. All right.
Got it?
Yes. All right. So why we are running? In javelin, you tend to have to run a little bit, so I figure this is a good way to practice it.
I see. So did that help you back in the day?
I'd say so. I was always pretty fast, and it seemed like the people that were best at doing this were naturally pretty fast people.
Really? Really?
Yeah. It's about the only skill I ever had was running fast.
Oh.
In track and field, at least.
Really? There's other skills you have, though. That's for sure. All right, let's get to it, huh?
No distance runner.
Oh shit! I put this on.
What's gonna be happening right now?
Hopefully get some good throws out.
So who are you?
Shelton.
This is. Oh, okay. Who are you?
I don't know.
Is this nice guy, smart guy Shelton right here? Okay, he's gonna work on that. So who are you?
I am Ryan Whitted. Used to be a javelin thrower here. You know, now I'm an alumni. Certified old person, certified grandpa. Just trying to get ready to throw.
Now, do you have any of those old school jokes for anyone out there?
Yeah. So, crap, I just saw a couple today, and I know they saved them, but I don't remember off the top of my head, so I don't have any new ones. But this one I saw like a couple days ago. It said, just because you were born in the back of a Jeep doesn't make you part Cherokee.
Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Put it down in the comments. Put it down in the comments. We you know, a lot of people were really would enjoy the comments from Ryan with.
Yeah. Make sure you go ahead and put it down in the comments. If you like the video, make sure to twerk on that like button.
Work on the like button. So what do you do other than throw to keep active?
You're
still fit. You're still keeping up with it.
Yeah. I lift. I still lift still. I'm still dealing with like some lingering injuries from back when I was here. So like I'm still going lightweight, and I have 2 separate injuries that I've been to rehab for twice for both of them. So I remember a good amount of the exercises they had me do. So I just do them at home now. Seems to be working out pretty well. Where are my shoes?
All right, Mr. Steve, tell them a little bit about yourself to get them all warmed up.
Let me see. I'm a Stockton track and field alumni. I'm 23 years old. I threw for 1 year. And let me see. I live in Ocean City, New Jersey, and I right now run a gym with my family called Summers Point Fitness, and that's what I spend most of my time doing.
Are they nice there? Everybody is a good crowd?
Yeah, very nice. Very nice people. Good crowd.
What do you do now for working out?
Let me see. I went through about a year of doing powerlifting, not powerlifting, but like general body power building, I guess you could say, just doing a lot of heavy weights, a lot of like kind of bodybuilding type movements. I guess you could say that, yeah. I always liked old school guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger and try to go for those type of workouts, but I guess I mostly separate my workouts into like a push-pull type day, throw some legs in there, maybe one day off where I like bike or something like that, or some type of cardio, and that's about it.
You kind of look like Arnold right now.
Everyone says I look like Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno? Okay.
Yeah, the Hulk.
They're like,
but without the green.
They're like synonymous. Okay.
Yeah, they're close.
What is the weirdest thing that happened to you when you were in college?
So in college, I don't even know. So many stories.
Just one, that's it. Just one that you're willing to share. None of the PG-13. That'll be on his OnlyFans.
Yeah. Oh man, in college, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I was only here for 2 years, Stockton for 2 years, but it all flew by like it was like 20 minutes worth. I guess you could say, I don't know. Everything was actually pretty normal here. I wouldn't say there's that much weird stuff.
Except for like the N-Wing gods?
Yeah, the N-Wing was awesome. That was always a good after practice therapy session. Eat some kind of okay food.
Now, what was N-Wing? Like a club or a...
Yeah, it was more than a club. It was a beautiful dining experience. Yeah, you came for the food, but you stayed for the people.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Shout out. That was like a commercial.
Uh-huh.
I see.
You come for the incredible dinner table conversation.
Oh, yeah. So who would you say would be your favorite coach out of any sport?
My freshman year soccer coach. Nah, I'm just kidding. He actually was really cool. But probably my favorite coach was my high school coach named Mr. Barufi. He was his main love and all that was coaching girls basketball, and he did that for about 20 years, took that very seriously and was a Hall of Fame coach and all that. But he also did he was a football coach too, and then also wanted to have all the football players do throwing. So he was the throwing coach. But with me, he was so cool. He would always just come out and be like, Steve, you know your body, you know the throws, just go out there and give it your best. Never put any pressure on me, and I always responded good to that. I'm not someone that ever responded good to pressure or getting yelled at or anything. So during meets, he was always a real good presence just to come up and be like, Steve, relax. You got it in you. It's all just in your head, and do this and this. And whenever he was around, I always threw really good. And it just always worked out like that. One of my coolest memories with him is always since freshman year to senior year, he always told me, if you break the Ocean City school record in javelin, my mom will make her famous meatballs for you. She's only made them for one other girl that like broke the scoring record or something for the basketball team. So that was always really my goal all of high school, is to break the school record and get those meatballs. And he was a man of his word, you know, when I did it.
You did that. You got to eat those meatballs, baby.
Yeah, his 93-year-old mom made those meatballs, and they were the best I've ever tasted, no doubt about it. Like, ever.
Are you sure that's not from an Adam Sandler movie? Now, Steve,
it could be.
If you could yourself, not anyone, not any one of these people, if you could give yourself, when you were 18 years old, one seed of advice, what would you say?
Do as you will.
Okay.
Just follow your heart, and as long as you think you're going in the right direction, just trust in yourself.
Any cool advice?
Ugh.
Sticking.
It depends how bad you want to win. I'll put it that way. But for most people, no.
I see. Very, very intellectual.
This is coming back here to the Stockton track brings back a lot of memories for me. I had some really cool times out here, some really bad times too, where I felt like things weren't going my way, and what was I gonna do? But being back out here is like a cool reminder of, you know, like what used to be and what could still be, actually. And now my life is basically just running the gym with my family and thinking about new ideas of how to make that place better. And that's more of what I've evolved into, more so than an athlete. It's more of like I guess you could say, some type of a businessman or entrepreneur. But it's still cool to come back to your roots, which is athletics, and, you know, remember what it was all about.
Very nice. A regular old, better than, you know, one of those sleaze balls, you know, a regular old. Well, thank you, Steve.
Yeah, glad to be here.
We will see more of you, probably at the alumni meet.
Yeah, 100%.
June 26th. You heard it here first.
It's going to be huge. We're
All
getting
right.
sponsored by Nike.